everyone. I'm Sarah Beth Jackson. I'll be guiding your practice today. Your affirmation for today is I am proud of every small step forward. And I really love that because it is in the micro changes that we make that make the biggest difference in our life. So today I'm going to guide you through a progressive flow so that you can see what it's like to make those micro changes from a modified variation into the fullest expression of a posture. And so with that in mind, grab any props you have. It might be helpful in this practice to have a block that you can ground into to bring the earth to you, or even just like a water bottle if you can do that, like if you just have something to lean on if you need it. And so we'll take a child's pose to begin. Knees wide, hips to heels, stretching the arms out long, and just connecting to your breath and the energy of your intention for today. Good. Take 3 more focused breaths here, repeating your affirmation to yourself. Feeling proud of every small change, every little bit of progress that you can make. Good. And then we're going to rise up and you're going to stay grounded through your forearms here. So arms are going to look like the number 11 in front of you. Walk the knees in so that they're hip distance apart. And we're going to take a couple breaths of cat and cow here on the forearms. So dip your belly, arch the back as much as you can. And then round, bringing your navel to your spine. And we're going to do that 2 more times. Dip the belly low, take an inhale. Exhale, round, chin towards the chest. Good, last time. Good. From here, press into the hands. Regular cat and cow, dip your belly. Round and curl, chin towards chest. Twice more. Dip the belly low. Round the back. Good, last time. Good, and continuing to make progress here, tuck your toes. Dip your belly low, take an inhale for cow pose. On your exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Twice more, flowing through those 2 postures. Use your core to lower the knees down. Take an inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Good, last time. Meeting in downward facing dog. Feeling proud of every little bit of progress you've made. Come up high onto the toes, stretch through the feet, roll out the ankles a little, get nice and cozy, bend the knees, sway the hips, nod the head, just get fully into your body, your precious body. And just take a breath of stillness here. Really lengthening behind the neck, gazing between the legs. And then unplug your hands, walk them back to your feet at the back of the mat, and just ragdoll here. So you can hold onto your elbow creases and sway, or you can drag your fingertips across the floor, or you can just find stillness, whatever you need. Good. See if you can interlace your fingers behind the back and drape the arms overhead, working your hands away from the low back, and breathe here a couple breaths. If you wanted to add on, making this a more progressive transition, you could bend deeply at the left knee, draw left shoulder towards left knee, and hug the right shoulder back, adding a twist. So it's just different variations. So you can just stay like this or add little twists. And then switching sides, right shoulder towards right knee, hug the left shoulder back in space. Good, come back through center. Set your hands free. Let's slowly roll up to stand. Hug your navel towards your spine. Make little circles with the wrists on your way up. And then sweep the arms out and up. Take an inhale. On your exhale, take a side stretch, either side that you feel called to. Reach high. Switch sides. Good, reach high. Back to your forward fold. halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Gaze forward, step to the top of your mat. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Use your core to rise up strong. Big circle sweep, reaching out and up. Inhale. Exhale, cactus the elbows wide. Take a little back bend here. Reach high. Forward fold. Good. Halfway lift. Step back to a plank pose here. You're going to flow through your first vinyasa. So that's going to look like lowering halfway down and then flipping over to the tops of the feet to choose either upward facing dog or coming with the knees down, lowering to the belly to take cobra. Either way, you'll meet back in downward facing dog. Good. Take another cycle of breath here. Good. Take your knees to the earth. Find a tabletop pose here. Right toes will extend to the back of the mat. And shift forward and back a few times to stretch through the Achilles and the calf. And then taking your time here to transition into a modified side plank. So you're going to kick your left foot way over to the left so that it's like a kickstand. Pivot your right foot flat and send your right arm to the sky. Stack your shoulders and guide them both away from the ears. Good. So you can lean back here if you'd like to expose the heart more. You can reach the right arm overhead, really lengthening through your side body. Good. Gaze down for stability. You're going to use your core to rise up strong for gate pose. So arms wide, right arm slides down the right leg. Reach left arm overhead. Take a big breath in here. And on your breath out, replace your left hand back down to the mat and kick through the right heel. So this is a kneeling half moon pose. And so you're going to stay just like this. Firm up the right thigh, draw the toes towards the face. When you look back, you want to be able to see your toes. Reach through the right fingertips. So this is step one. You can stay and just be okay with where you are. Or you can bend at the right knee, reach back for the top of the foot, and draw the heel towards the glute at first. Take a nice breath here to breathe into that quad stretch. And then you're going to take a Chapasana variation, pressing the foot into the hand, leaning back, opening through the chest, and exposing the heart. Good. Last breath here. Nice work. Open back up. Hug the right knee into the chest. Big step forward, sweeping the arms high for your low lunge. So lift out of the hips here. Relax your shoulders and then dip into the hips. And we're going to take a side stretch. So you're going to hook your left wrist like a bracelet and lean over to the right. Keep your heart lifted high to the sky. Take a full breath in. Good. Breath out, hands come down to frame the foot. Tuck the back toes and set the hips back for a hamstring stretch here. So when you feel like you can't go any further, see how I just scooted my heel forward? You might walk your fingertips back and then pick the heel up and scoot it forward here so you can really target the hamstring. And you want to flex the foot, drawing the toes towards the face, folding as much as you need. Steady breath. Rebend, lift off, standing split. And so you can keep your hands on the earth, on the block, or play with your balance and see if you can bring one or both hands closer to the ankle. Keep your back leg fully engaged. Take one more breath. Land in your easy lunge, left toes to the back of the mat. Take an inhale, exhale, stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhale to rock forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Inhale. And we're going to drop the knees here on the exhale and take it back to our all four position. Beautiful. Left toes extend to the back of the mat. Shift forward and back a few times. And then you're going to kick your right foot far over to the right and send your left arm high. Modified side plank. So same as before, you can bend at the elbow and lean back, or if you want to reach the left arm way forward, lengthening your side body, take a big breath into that side stretch. And then you're gonna rise up for your gate pose, arms wide. Left arm slides down the left leg, right arm overhead. Take an inhale here. And exhale, right hand plants back down at the top of the mat. Kick through the left heel to find that kneeling half moon here. And so you can stay, hug in your low belly, and just work on strengthening, finding stillness, or if you want, bend at the knee, reach back for the top of the foot, draw the heel towards the glute and take a breath into the quad stretch. And then press the foot into the hand and lean back, opening the heart. Good, last breath here. Awesome. Release the bind and take an inhale. On your exhale, left knee hugs into the chest. Big step forward for your low lunge. Relax the shoulders, thumbs point straight back. Take an inhale to lift out of the hips. And exhale to settle in. Setting your gaze, building your focus. Hook your right wrist like a bracelet and lean over to the left, keeping your heart lifted. Big breath into the right side body. Nice, hands come down on the exhale, tuck your back toes, sit your hips back, half split. So scooting the heel forward just like we did on the other side, squaring out through the hips. That's gonna help you target the hamstring more, folding over the left leg, staying nice and long behind the neck. Breathing for 3. Send your breath to where you feel the stretch so you can create space in your body with your breath. Awesome. Gazing forward, rebend at the front knee. Use your back toes to lift off, like springing off here for your standing split. Setting your gaze just beyond the left big toe, maybe playing with your balance a little bit, safely exploring any progress you can make. Good, last breath here. Land in your easy lunge, right toes to the back of the mat. Take an inhale. Exhale steps you back, downward facing dog. Rock forward, plank, take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing on an inhale. Downward facing, exhale. Let's take a nice clearing breath here. Lift your heels up high, fill all the way up. Sigh through the mouth on your exhale and sink your heels low. Bring your feet together. Right leg extends back and up. Bend at the knee, open the hip. Draw some circles here with the right knee. Good. Take an inhale, sweep the right leg high. And on your exhale, step it through, right foot between the hands. And so here's a really good place. We're gonna open up to the full expression of a half moon. So this is a good place to have a block, placing the block out and to the right at the pinky toe edge of the foot. You're gonna take your left hand to your left hip. It's okay if your right fingertips are just down on the earth without a block. Totally cool either way. You're gonna ground through the hand and the right foot, lift off and open up to stack the hips, just like we did on the knees here. Extend the left arm. We're gonna take 5 breaths here. So relax the face and the jaw. Remember your intention here. Proud of any progress you make, no matter how big or small. And then if you wanna try taking that Chapasana variation that we did on the knees, bending at the knee, reaching back for the top of the foot, pressing the foot into the hand, just see what you can do. No judgment, no expectation. Good, one more breath, wherever you are. And we're gonna square off in the air. Left hand is gonna come down. Plant your left toes at the back of the mat. Take an inhale, good place to use a block as well. And exhale to take it back to a pyramid variation, drawing the right toes towards the face. Another hamstring stretch, but with the legs straight and on your back foot rather than the knee. So just noticing any progress you've made. Last breath here. Good. Rebend at the front knee. Sweep the arms up. Inhale for crescent. Exhale, take it to warrior 3. Good. Arms are wide, gazing down the runway. Land in your easy lunge. See if you can kick your right leg back and up, going back to your down dog split, bending at the knee and opening the hip. Stay or play. Challenge yourself to maybe flip your dog. Right toes behind you, lifting the hips, opening the heart, lowering the hips to flip back around safely. Flow through your vinyasa. Connect breath to movement. Take a child's pose, reconnect to your breath before we switch sides. Good, meeting back, downward facing dog. Feet together, left leg extends. Bend at the knee, open the hip, draw some circles, lubricating the hip socket. And then re-extend. Take the left leg high on an inhale. Exhale will step you through. Left foot between the hands. Pause here. Using your block if you have one. It's okay if you don't. Left fingertips far out to the left. Giving yourself more space between the foot and the hand is going to give you more stability here. And then you'll start to take your right hand to your right hip. See, I'm already rotating open. Then reach the left fingertips farther forward and lift off, half moon. And same as on the knees, you want to be able to see the toes. When you look back, you feel your glutes really fire up here. You can extend the right arm if you feel stable. You can shift your gaze to look up if you feel stable. You can take that Chapasana variation as well. Reaching back, top of the foot, press the foot into the hand. Open up, breathe for 3 wherever you are. 2, 1, set the foot free, open up. Square out in the air, right hand comes down, right toes land at the back of the mat. Take an inhale and exhale into that pyramid variation, drawing the toes towards the face, extending both legs. Nice and long behind the neck, breathing for 3, 2, 1, good. Lifting off, warrior 3. Good, last breath here. Start to soften at the left knee, land in your crescent pose. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down to frame the foot. Dip the hips, lift the heart. Kick your left leg back and up, down dog split. Bend at the knee, open the hip. And see if you want to flip your dog. Left toes behind you, lift the hips. Good, lower the hips to flip back around. Flow through your vinyasa. Meet back in your child's pose. We're going to take a little shoulder stretch here. So lift your torso just enough that you can slip your right arm across the chest with your palm face up, right shoulder to mat, right cheek to mat. And just take a couple breaths here, breathing into the right shoulder stretch. Good, switch sides, left arm across the chest. Good, unwind. Rise up. And you're going to pass through a seat and just come onto your back. Hug the knees into the chest. Wrap the arms around the legs. Rock side to side a few times. Letting go of anything that happened or didn't happen. Just being proud of any progress at all that you make, no matter how small. Take a little twist, drop your knees to the right, extend the left arm, drop your gaze to the left, couple big belly breaths. Good, switching sides. Coming back through center, planting your feet close to your glutes, arms by your sides, lifting the hips for your bridge pose. Interlace your fingers behind your back if you can. Draw the shoulder blades closer together. Awesome. Slowly roll down. Take one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart, soles of the feet together, knees wide. And just take 3 really big breaths here, feeling both grounded and open simultaneously. Just invite a sense of lightness to your feet. If you'd like, you can extend the legs, extend the arms, taking a Shavasana. Or if you'd rather practice a seated meditation, you can come to a seat and close there, whatever feels best for you. I invite you to stay in that closing posture as long as it feels good for you. I hope this practice has served you well. I'll see you again. Namaste.